My name is Justin, and I want us to start our analysis today with the fundamentals that we have this week. Looking at this economic calendar that we have, we can see that we have a lot of fundamentals coming out this week. Mainly starting on Monday. If we are starting on Monday, we don't have much, but we have very key one. On Monday, we have ECB speech by the President Draghi. He will be speaking on Monday, which will make us to focus our mind on euro pairs. And on Tuesday, we have AU, which is early in the morning, opening of Asian time. We'll be having minutes. The CBN of AU will be having reading minutes on that day. So we should watch out for AU pairs. Also, we shouldn't neglect the Chinese. Also, we shouldn't neglect the JPY. They also have monetary policy statements on Tuesday. Also, then on the Euro time, that's European time, we will be seeing we'll be watching GBP, that's pound. Pound will be very, 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 very important to watch at that moment because they have consumer price index. And on that Tuesday, we can hopefully see that we have governor's speech on that Tuesday for the pounds, for the GBP. And also remember, we shouldn't neglect euro, okay? We shouldn't neglect euro. So, and then coming down to US time, we can see that we don't have much on US, but we have key ones. Retail sales. We have also the chairlady will be testifying also, which is very, very important and is going to be the key. Remember that US economy is getting better, but the problem now is people don't have faith. Investors don't have faith because the Fed are checking out. Because the Feds are trying to pull out all the cash they flood into the economy during the recession. So now they don't want to make key decisions in order not to complicate issues by making key decisions and still have excessive cash in the economy, and now which may affect the dollar in terms of when there is excessive cash and you take a drastic restricted fiscal policy or a tight fiscal policy, it will really affect the dollar in terms of the excess cash will not allow that fiscal policy to take effect because the money will be more than the demand. So definitely I believe that they are planning, just like she said last minute she read, she told us that they are planning to make sure that the QE quantitative easing will be ending by October. That pulling out the quantitative easing that they flood into the economy will be ending. 15 million will be pulled out. The last 15 million will be pulled out by October. So we are expecting that a lot of things will happen at that moment, at that time. So invariably that we should be very careful seeing that October is now a red flag, and we should, well, with the testimony, with the testification that she's going to do by Tuesday, we can be able to grab one or two things. So we shouldn't neglect that. Tuesday should be a hot day, because we'll be seeing a lot of panicking, buying, panicking, selling, panicking, buying. People will be, trading according to their psychology, according to the market psychology. So we should be very careful. Then, now we could also see that New Zealand is also very key on that same Tuesday. Consumer Price Index, we should watch out for that, which will now lead us to Wednesday, which will now be telling us that we should watch for the China data. It will really affect the yen. And also remember that China is one of the highest gold buyers. So definitely any decision that comes out from this on Wednesday will surely have an effect on gold. So we should be very careful. That Wednesday is packed with a lot of fundamentals. You can see GDP and nothing much on euro except GDP. And we now go to US time. You will see that we have a lot. We have long term. We have this. So they are not that key fundamentals, but they are necessary. They normally give moves in the market. So then another thing that we should look very, very closely on that Wednesday is CAD. You saw what happened. Yes, you saw what happened on Friday. On Friday, you saw what happened on Friday. If you are in my group, you will see that I gave a signal on this pair, and unfortunately, the unemployment rate that came out was against the Canadian dollar, which now made all my signals, none of them triggered. Okay, it went against it, which I was looking at. I didn't do my homework that well because I forgot that there was a fundamental coming out. So I gave only one side of the signal, so the thing now didn't trigger, and I missed out of the spike, which each one gave about 100 pips at a go. So, but all the same, we thank God. It's better that you're not in than you are in and crying when you're on the wrong side. So we should watch out for this on Wednesday, the Canadian dollar, because it has important news that day, interest rate, and there's nothing in US that will counterbalance it. So there will be a very, very big move on this. So we should watch out on Wednesday. Also, you know that they have monetary policy reports, so it's very important. Now on Thursday, I will call it a day where we could see a lot of move in Europe and US. Also, we have job news, and which are very important. So we'll see a little bit moves on this day on Euro and US pairs. And then on Friday, we don't have much, but you see that CAD is the order of the day. So we will concentrate on CAD on Friday. Then US will also look at it partially, because this is a very important news. Okay, consumer sentiment index. So it's very important. Remember that this is what the cheerleader has been complaining, that there is a flop on it. So we'll look at it and see what will happen on Friday. So that's all about the fundamentals. So now let's go to what we have for the day. I will start with the silver. Already we are looking at the monthly chart, and we could see that we don't have much to say here. Mainly what I use right now is only trend lines and support and resistance. Okay, so now we are looking at consolidation at this level. And if you can see these two same the same support and resistance, these two colors, violet, you see that it forms something like, let me enhance it. You see that it forms something like a channel, and market is inside it, dancing inside it. Then if you look at this trend line, you see that this trend line has been broken. Okay, you look at this is the RTL, this resistance trend line that has been broken and closed with the candle open, still heading north. So, but mainly everything that is happening under this monthly silver chart is that it is ranging, though that it has done one key thing, which is breaking out a trend line. Okay, now breaking out a trend line and closing, and also the next candle that wants to confirm this breakout is now heading up. Okay, so all these are what is happening in monthly. And also if you look at the support trend line, you will see that market is on top of it. This candle that broke the resistance trend line is sitting on the resistance trend line. Not only that, if I should enlarge it, you will also see that it's not only but sitting on it, it's also sitting on a very important support area, support and resistance area. Okay, now if you look at the support and resistance area, which is 1870, you will also see that there is a swing, which now gave us a low of 1825. Okay, 1825, which is very important to note. 1825, which is very important to note that it is this 1825 that forms the support of the channel that I am saying that this market is. And why this swing here with the low of 2203 is forming the resistance of the channel that market has been ranging ever since 2003, 2013. It has been ranging up to date. Okay, 2013. That's on the 9th, which is October. No, which is September. Sorry, I'm talking about September. Okay, September, if I'm right, 9th. Okay, all the same. All we are looking at is this is a range. This is consolidation or ranging. So something is really fishing around this area, and we could see that actually, if you look at silver, is a very sluggish pair. It doesn't move that much, but whenever it wants to move, it moves like hell, and is one of the highest the spread is a very it has a very big spread, so it is a very risky commodity. So anybody that is trading it, anybody that is following me to trade it, should be very careful. Now, from what we have just seen here on monthly, we can only say that, one, if we follow the rules of the trend line, whenever a trend line is broken, we should be expecting a pullback to the trend line to make it a support. Okay, whenever a resistant trend line is broken, we should be expecting a pullback to complete the move before it will now start moving up. So right now we can only see that this is just a break. So we should be expecting, if price should hit this level 2203, there's a possibility that we might see a pullback at this level. Because if you look at it, you see that this is also a support, a resistance, a shadow resistance at this level. We have close close and open support on it. So it is a very, 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 very vital area to watch. So we should be very careful on that. So we should wait. If we are trading on the long term, something like someone who's trading a trend, we should wait to confirm this move. If we are trading monthly, we should wait to confirm this move. Let this candle hit here and let's see what happens. If this hits and reverses, then we wait for the close. That means invariably this month we might not be trading, for those who trade monthly. So now let's now go to weekly, because I don't want us to waste time on this. We have two more pairs to analyze. Now we are in weekly. Let me minimize this so that we can see. We are in weekly, and now we can see more and understand what is happening in monthly right now. Yes, we still have this 2203 level, and we can see clearly now that our ranging has been shown. But now we are having a semi-triangle in it. Okay, and this semi-triangle now, two things has happened. We have a breach and we have a breakout. Also, look at this resistance trend line. The resistance trend line also, we have a breakout. So now we are having three key things happened here. We have a trend, we have a semi-triangle which price breached at the resistance trend line. Remember that it had swings. Okay, remember that trend line is where two shadows, lower high or higher low meet. Is two shadows where lower high or higher low meets. Okay, so if you look at this now, this is our higher low. Okay, two higher lows which form this trend line. Okay, and now this is lower high which form this resistance here. Now both of them now join to form a symmetric triangle. Now we see that price has done this. Okay, and price now breached the resistance trend line, breached the support trend line, and now close on top of a very key support 1870, and now formed a reversal candle on it. Now it didn't touch the low, which is 1819. Okay, it didn't touch it, and now formed the reversal candle which now went and nullified this trend line. Now you see that it nullifies it. It has nullified this trend line, because whenever you have such thing like this, this is what we call nullification. So it has nullified this, now bringing down this trend line to this level. Okay, now you can see the adjustment. Now we can see that we have our we now have our trend, our symmetric triangle back. Okay, now look at this. With that nullification, we now see that price shoot up, break through the resistance trend line, which if we minimize, we can see this is the resistance trend line. Remember I said that where we have two lower highs, we have a trend line. So if you look at this now, this is a lower, this if we start with this, I'm not trying to teach here, but I'm just showing something so that we can understand. If we start from here, you will see that there is a break. Okay, which now cancel this one. Okay, let me just extend it for us to see. Which now cancelled this. This is a lower high. So you see, it gave us a triangle. It gave us a trend line. Which price now? Look at the swing here, which is telling us that something is about to happen, and then we see the breakout here. So now this has been cancelled. Okay, this has been cancelled. It didn't nullify. It cancelled out when this happened. Okay, so now if this has happened, we can now see the reason why we have this trend line. Okay, because this formed a low, a lower high, which now gave us another triangle, a trend line. So now you look at this. Now you see that market has broken through it, now heading up. So we can still equally see that this 2203 is a key level to watch. So I'm expecting price to hit at this level and return back to this level. Okay, to this level. There's a possibility that if price should hit that level, it will return here, and we have about 200 pips for that moves. But for now, we should be expecting price to hit at 2203 level. Okay, 2203 level, and that is where we will now wait, confirm the breakout. If the breakout, if eventually market did not respect the trend line rule, which is breaking out of trend line and reverse and pulling back to the trend line to complete the move by giving a reversal candle on top of the trend line, so that we can now be sure that the market is now heading up. Okay, so now if market should not respect that, we should then expect market to get to 24 level. Okay, 24 level, which is also a key level before we can now say the final move to be at 25.90. So the key place to watch this week is 2203, and that is the level that will determine if we are going to sell or if we are going to buy. Okay, so that level is a key level to watch this week. So now let's go to daily so that we can see clearly what exactly is happening. Remember, I always tell us that we should, I always like using my SMA 50 and 20, 50 and 200 on my daily chart. And from what we could see here, we could see that 50 broke through 200 at this level, and ever since then market has been down. So had it been I'm trading this, had it been I'm only using this to trade, I could have just placed my sell. I'll place my sell and place my TP above this level. Okay, I just place my sell. So far I'm sure I've confirmed this break at this level with this opening here. Now I'll just place my sell, and if I place my sell, I'll leave it and allow it until I see this crossing this. That is when I will now close. But well, it's not about saying it, it's about holding on to the price, which is not easy. We are all human beings. Okay, but if you have the mind to do that, your capital or your equity will keep on growing, because market respect these two SMAs. So what I'm trying to say here is, we have seen what monthly and weekly is telling us, that we are still having a little buy. So now looking at our daily now, we could see that we also have a symmetric triangle inside a symmetric triangle where price has broken the resistance trend line. Now if we should now add our trend line, remember I said this is a lower high now, which gives us a trend line. We extend it. You only need to have lower high. Just have the lower high and apply the trend line. Allow it to run to anywhere it wants to run to. Don't even bother. Just the only thing you need is patience. Allow it to run. Okay, so now we are looking at what we are looking at. What are we looking at? We are looking at still seeing our ranging, the market price is ranging, the silver price is ranging inside that 2203 and the 1817 level, but inside it we have a symmetric triangle which price has broken now, giving us 2203 to be our key level. So looking at this now, and also looking at this, you can see that our 50 SMA and our 200 SMA are about to marry, so they are still toasting each other here. So invariably, let's just see what happens. We could see here nearly, it's like they had a misunderstanding at this level, and fortunately for them, they went their path. Everybody went on his way, and now they started thinking about it again. Maybe we should come try once more. So anything can happen. We should watch this. If you want, you can apply it. It's not an indicator that you are going to buy. It's always in every platform. So you can apply it and keep on watching. When these two comes together, we can see a big move, because I'm expecting price to hit this level this week, maybe on Tuesday or Monday. It depends on what happens on Monday. Remember, we have ECB speech on Monday, so it depends on what happens on Monday when Draghi finishes a speech. So we will know. Remember that I also posted some information, some news that shows us that euro is coming back to the table. Portugal is having issue, France is having issue, to the extent that EU is saying that there's something happening in France, that they are moving money. So all those things now are really affecting the euro. So we should be very careful and also always follow our fundamentals. So right now we should be watching that, because investors will be moving their money to a safe zone, and for them to be on a safe zone, they have to be either in gold, silver, platinum, copper. Those are the commodity pairs. But most of the time, why you see movements mostly on gold is because it is a commodity that people would always want to buy. Okay, unlike the gold, unlike the platinum, unlike the copper, even silver is somehow people buy them. Why is so sluggish is because investors don't normally invest much on it. It's only few investors that invest. That's why it's so slow. So we should watch out for this. Okay, remember I said we are still expecting price to hit 2203. Then that at this level we will now make a decision. We'll now be able to make a decision. Either we'll see a breakout or we see a reversal candle that will tell us that price will now head down to this trend line. Okay, to this trend line, which we are expecting 200 pips. Okay, 200 pips, but we have to confirm it first before we now say yes, this price is going to go down. If silver is going down, probably gold will also follow suit. So, but for now, what we have is, let's see what happens at 2203. Okay, now let's go to 4 hours so we can see. Now look at 4 hours. You can see something in 4 hours here. We have a flying flag. This is a flying flag. Let me complete the flag so that you can see it clearly. So that you can see that it is a flying flag. Okay, this is a flying flag. You know, one thing I like about Forex is I like playing with it, and it makes me happy when I play with it. Now you can see that that's a flying flag. Okay, now what is happening here? First and foremost, we have important things to note here. This is a trend line which price has broken and flying. Okay, Now we have another trend line. This is a step up. This is the trend line which, if you are in my group, you will always see me writing the step up STL, the step up STL, you see, and I will write the step down. This is also a step down. This is a step down. This trend line now is a step down because this is the main trend line and this is a step down. So it is a step down. Why I'm showing this is because I'll be making use of it a lot if you're in my group, so that you can understand me when I say step down. You can now go to your own chart and draw it and know why I called it a step down or a step up. So now we could see that price has broken this trend line. Okay, there is no nullification. Price broke it very clearly and now heading. So if we should follow the rules of trend line, you see that trend line has been broken but has not been completed. In terms of, it ought to be that when price breaks through the trend line, it ought to come down to the trend line to form it, to turn it to support. This resistant trend line now turn it to support and then move up. But being that it didn't do that, that means invariably the demand is bigger than the supply. Okay, and now we are seeing a flying flag. So what are we expecting? What are we expecting here? In 4 hours, we are seeing a flying flag, and look at what is happening here. The resistance trend line of the flag. The resistance trend line, remember, I'm calling it a flying flag because it looks like a flag. But in real sense, if we should remove this, what this is an up channel. And you can see the market has been consolidating inside it and now breached the resistance trend line. So invariably we are expecting a pullback. And now you also see that the step up STL is helping to push the price up. So invariably I believe that by Monday we should be expecting to buy silver at this level 21.26, because this is the resistance, this is the support level where price will come and respect. Let me just put a line there. Price will come and respect this level. Okay, price will come and respect this level and pull back up. Okay, so we should be expecting to buying silver at this level. But where price now break through, net buying area is this level 20.96, and then mind you that if price should break through this 21.26, okay, 21.26, put it in your mind that the trend line, the step up trend line has been broken. Okay, invariably we should be expecting that when price hit at this level 20.95 or 20.93, it will hit it and now complete the breakout. I hope you are understanding me. It will hit it and now give a reversal candle, which will now pull back to this level. Then when it pulls back to this level, we will now wait at this level to see if it's going to nullify this trend, step up trend line. Because remember that I said that we should be expecting price to hit this level, okay, 22.03, okay. But in 4 hours we are seeing a consolidation at this level, so invariably price will want to respect this. But where price did not respect this, we will see our movement going up. That means this channel now will be cancelled. Okay, this channel will be cancelled in terms of that market has broken out. Okay, so though market will break out, remember that I said anytime a trend line is broken, you must surely see a reversal a pullback that will come to it and kiss it and then head up. Okay, where that did not happen, you know that the demand is more than the supply. That means there is more buyers. So we should be very careful. Now at this silver, we should be expecting to buy at 126, 121, 121.27 or 121 or 2094 level. These are the two key places to watch to buy on silver. Okay, silver, we are saying that on silver that we should be expecting to buy at 21.27 level, and also 2094 level. These are the two key buy areas for silver. And also 2094 area is also another, is kind of a red flag. In case price should break through it, we should now be expecting price to hit this level, 1991. Okay, 1991, which is now also a buy area. Then if price should also break that level, we should now be expecting to buy at 1943. So you can see that we can see our price, we can see the projection of our prices. Now we see 2203 to be our key level to watch for the pullback. Now we also see that the possibility of price wanting not to go there and then go down first before then heading back to that side. So we should be very careful. Now let's go to oil. We are through with silver. Like I said, buying area for silver 2127 and 2094. Where these two where price breaks through all these two support areas, then the next level of buying area is 1996. Where price also breaks it, we will see 1944. Remember that the silver is still bullish, but by the time we see all these things happen, we will now be careful to watch what happens. So we should be very careful with silver. Remember, it's a sluggish pair. It's a very slow pair. So you don't need to place a market that you cannot lose, because sometimes it goes to the other side of your trade because it's sluggish. And if you are not sure, please don't place the trade, please. I beg you in the name of the Lord, don't. But for now, we should watch out and confirm first before we take our position. Though within the week, I'll be posting my signals on the group. If you want to join us, you can join us. GFX bracket Go Trade Only bracket. That is the name of the group. Thank you. Let's now go to our oil. I told us that this week I have 3 pairs for my portfolio this week. I have gold, oil, and silver, and we have done analysis on silver. Now we are in oil. Now we are going to start with weekly. Why we are not going to be starting with monthly is because my chart, I don't know, my chart is not giving me what I want in monthly. You can see I cannot move it forward. It can only go backward. It can only go backward. It doesn't go forward. So I don't know. But mainly looking at this now, I don't have much to say here, because what we could see here is a reversal candle, and this reversal candle above a support, okay, 91.68, a support, and we could see that it gave us a reversal candle which now gave for people who are asking me, what is my umbrella candle? This is the umbrella candle here. This is the umbrella candle. If you want to know what an umbrella candle is, I call this an umbrella candle because people will call it hammer. I'll call it umbrella. And why I call it umbrella is because it's in between. It's in between a candle. Had it been that it is above this candle right now, I'll call it the hammer. But for now, it's in between, so I call it an umbrella. And it is price always respect it. This price, this umbrella here now might be the cost of all these things you are seeing right now. Though we are trading this is happening. All these things happening due to the fundamentals that are happening in the world of oil. We saw the Iraq issue, which is still on ground. We saw the Syria issue. We saw the Russia issue. All these things are all affecting oil. So you can see that oil is still moving. But right now we see that the crises are dying down. So that is why you now see people, pulling out their money from it, and that's why we are seeing this candle now, which is now giving us an engulfing right now. This candle now, this monthly candle is giving us an engulfing, and it has engulfed last month. You can imagine it has engulfed last month, and though it hasn't closed though, and you know that oil is a crazy pair. It can shoot at any time. It doesn't care. It doesn't want to know what you are thinking. It doesn't care about what you are thinking. So that's why I keep on telling people, don't think, but look at what is it that you are seeing in your chart. If you don't see anything in your chart, well, then why are you saying that you are thinking? Don't think. Right now, you can see that it is giving us, this month's candle has engulfed the last month's candle. Now, is in the middle, more than in the middle of the, this is June's candle, right? This is June candle, which means, looking at that now, looking at that chart, we could see that the May candle is almost, this candle is almost covering the May candle. So invariably, if this should eventually close at this level, man, we should be expecting price flying down. Though before we could say that, we will also wait for the next month candle to close before we can confirm this one, this engulfing that is coming up. And if you look at this now, I am not looking at support and resistance anymore. What I'm looking at now is the candles. Okay? If you look at these candles now, you will see that something is fishing. Look at, I call this my umbrella, and it has given it two places. Look at, this is the umbrella, this is the umbrella. What is it telling you? It's telling you that oil is about to do something, and that thing is a big thing that is going to happen. So we should be very careful with oil. Very, 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 very careful with this that I'm seeing right now. Look at umbrella candle, two of them on a row, just the same style. Look at this, a reversal candle, which is, we will say this reversal candle now is what is pulling this price up. Yes, but don't forget about this reversal candle that is here. Okay, now you see that price came to this open and close resistance, support and resistance level, and touched it, and now is going down. Okay, going down, forming a reversal candle. That means invariably this candle, from what I am seeing, might cover this and even close below it. There's a possibility that this candle will cover this and close below it, which now is telling us that, look at that, it's giving almost 700 pips. I'm sorry that I missed this trade. I'm very angry with myself right now. I'm very, very angry because what was I thinking? I missed it. This is cool money. This is cool money. So looking at this now, there's a possibility that this candle now will break through this resistance, will break through this support, sorry, and head down, because what I'm seeing coming up here is an engulfing of 1, 2, 3, 4. And when we have this kind of engulfing, now you now come and put this my umbrella candle here, an umbrella candle here. That means, man, we are seeing oil at this level. We are seeing oil at 9 something. Though remember, I'm only saying this because I'm looking at this candle. I'm not saying it because I know what fundamental is going to do, because fundamental can cancel all this. You'll be surprised that maybe next week now the militants might enter into Iraq's enter into Iraq and take over one of the companies and blow the pipelines, and you see what will happen. You just see price turning like mad, and it will just turn and take out all this bearish movement that we are seeing here. So I'm just only saying this, the first explanation I made about the engulfing, because of this candle that because of the candles that I'm looking at. But if fundamentals should come, there's a possibility that it might throw away all this and then head up and break through this and be heading up, because right now the crisis are still on. So it's not like I see it has stopped, but the crisis are still on. Remember that is why we are seeing this now. Why we are seeing this price falling is because the Libyan refinery just started pumping of recent, so it is now helping to reduce the restriction of the Iraq oil pumping. So you could see that anything can happen. Okay, anything can happen. So we shouldn't base on only the analysis I just gave. We should also focus on our fundamentals, because for now oil is being traded with fundamentals. So now let's go to weekly and then look at, because what we are really looking at right now is technically, we are not using fundamentals to follow it up. So we should be very careful, because fundamental supersedes all technical analysis. And sometimes, though that it is said that we should follow the trend, that trend is your friend. Yes, even at everything that happens, once fundamentals finish dancing, the price will surely come back to respect the technical analysis. But for the meantime, in order for us not to be on the red zone, we should always be on alert on fundamentals, so that we can take the little profit we have and be content with it. So what I'm trying to say here now is, if you look at this weekly chart, you can see, do I need to continue explaining? But we got to do it. Look at this now. You will see that we have a very big symmetry triangle, and you see that we have a zigzag inside, which is trying to form a 1, 2, 3 touch magic 3 touch. Magic 3 touch. Now we can equally see. So as we are saying before I went out, I was saying that we have a bigger trend line, a bigger symmetric triangle, and now we could see there is a movement here that is showing us a zigzag, which is giving us 3 touch, which I call 3 magic touch. So looking at this now, you see that price is respecting this, and now we can see that price is heading to form to complete the 3 touch. Okay, now if you look at the market, you see that we have a step up trend line inside. Okay, we have a step up trend line. Remember I said we have 2 shadows or 2 swings of lower high or higher low meets, forms a trend line, and this now is giving us this trend line. These two points now is giving us this trend line, which now we are looking at, and we can see that price has been fighting along the line. Okay, along the support trend line, and you could see that with this now, someone could have expected that this trend line would have been nullified. You saw what happened here. We thought it's going to be nullified here. It didn't nullify. It came down again and went up again, and it didn't nullify. And now we could see what is happening. So with this now, and you can see this line here now, which is telling us this is a support area to watch out for, apart from this level 9992 Okay, is a level where we should watch out for. Also, we should not forget that level, this 992, 9992, is a key level also. So we should be very careful. Price might decide to give a reversal candle at this level and shoot up. Okay, being that 10155 has been breached. Okay, it has been breached, and if you look at it, you see that this is a double bottom there, and price has now breached it, heading to this level. So we should be very careful. By Monday, we should watch out for price to hit this level and possibly hit this level and give a swing. So there's a possibility it might happen. So, but for now, we should be looking at price coming to 97.66 level, and that is a very key level. So invariably, if price should break through this and break through this, we should be seeing price at this level, and which we should be expecting a swing that will touch this level. Okay, that will touch the trend line before it will now reverse back to go up. That is if price doesn't break through. So we should be very careful. Remember that price is inside a symmetric triangle, so anything can happen. If price should come to this level, this support trend line now, remember it is the third place where price is going to hit to form a higher low, and if eventually the price should respect that means we should be seeing price heading back up. But we should be very careful for now that from what we have seen in monthly, it is having a kind of what will I say? It is dicey for now. So we have to be very careful on oil. We should be very careful on oil, because right now it looks as if the crisis is dying down and Libya is pumping oil. So invariably, it is helping to minimize it's helping to reduce the tension on oil, making people now to pull out their money, with the hope that, being that Libya is pumping and the crisis in Iraq is dying down, price will surely be falling down. So we should be very careful. We should always wait to confirm. Remember that here now what we are looking at is our price for the week. We should be expecting price to hit here on Monday. If price should hit here on Monday, or price might decide to pull back, okay, we should have patience for that price to pull back, because definitely that's what it's going to do, because this is a sharp move down. So it will want to pull back a little before it will now start coming down. So we should be very careful. Now let's go to daily and see what is happening there. I could remember that there's a chart I posted in my group. If you're in my group watching this, there's a chart I posted in my group that is telling us that we have ABCD pattern, okay, ABCD pattern, which is having its let's just use our Fibonacci here, okay. Right now you can see we have ABC here, okay. This is our A, B, C, and this is our D, okay. So now you can see that this ABCD pattern, okay, has two important levels. So these two important levels is 127.2 and 161.8. We could see that price respected 127.2 level and consolidated at that level. I could remember that I was telling people to be very careful at this level, that the oil has not finished its moves. But fortunately, that did not happen. Now we could see that price now had to respect this and taking it as the position where it can go. And also look at it, now formed a triangle, a trend line at that level, invariably meaning that it cannot break that triangle, meaning that it cannot break the trend line. It cannot break the trend line. So which now helps to pull down the price. And also you can equally watch that there was a trend line here. We have a higher low at this level. Please let me remove this Fibonacci so that we can see clearly. Okay, you can see clearly. Now you could see that price could not break through the resistance trend line, and now look at this higher low, and you can see that this helps us to have this support trend line, and we could see what happened here. Price has broken it. Now price broke it and now hit 10155, which is a key support. Okay, and now pull back. Did you see that pull back? Though it didn't touch the resistance trend line, but it touched a support at that level, which now means that invariably that it has completed its move, telling us that it doesn't have anything to do with this trend line anymore. So this price now is expected to go down. So I'm expecting that 97.58 will be hit. But for us to be on a safe zone, look at this level that is touching this support trend line might be a level to watch, because market will want to respect it, giving us a shadow that will touch this and now pull back. Okay, remember that this didn't touch the triangle, didn't touch the resistance, didn't touch the support trend line. Remember that the pullback that happened here did not touch the trend line. Okay, and if price should come to this level, it might touch here and then pull back. Okay, it might touch here and pull back in order to go and complete the break of this trend line, or it might just pull back and touch here and then start the music dancing down. Okay, so we should be very careful. Remember that this ABCD has completed invariably. It has completed, being that it respected 127.2 level. Okay, neglected the 161.8 level. So invariably we should be expecting price now to be heading down to 97.79, and also if price should then break at that level, we should be seeing price at 95.85 or 94.49. These are the places to expect to see price. So let's go to 4 hours so that we can see clearly. Now, if you look at our 4 hours, 4 hours chart, you can see that we had a down channel, and we can equally see that if we should start adding our trend lines, you can see now that we have this. Invariably, if we should extend that, now that means we are having an up channel. And now if we are having an up channel, that means invariably what we should be expecting is a sell, because anytime price should break that support trend line, meaning that we are going to be seeing a free fall. So right now you can see that price has breached but not broken. Price has breached but not broken the support resistance trend line of the inner down channel. Okay, of the inner channel, down channel, and now also coming down to break the support resistance of the up channel. So you can see that it has two key things there: the down channel and also the up channel. Now price has breached both of them. So what should we be expecting there? We should be expecting price to complete the breakout, or being that it has breached both of them, we should be expecting price to pull back. Two things are the things that can happen here. Either by Monday we will have a candle that will open, that will now want to return back to form a reversal candle at this level, or it will pull back and touch this resistance trend, support trend line, and turn it to be a resistance, and now start heading down, giving us a free fall. So we should be very careful. Mind you that this important support has been broken, okay, clearly, because this closed below it. This candle breached it and closed below it, touching the resistance trend line of the down channel. And now the next candle that was supposed to confirm it is telling us that he has confirmed this breakout, because it has closed below the low of the breakout of the support trend line. And now the next thing for us to do is to confirm this breakout also, these two breakouts, because we need a candle that will confirm this breakout at this level. So we need the candle to close below this in order for us to confirm it that it has broken. So we should be very careful. There is no more thing to say here, because we have already seen what we are looking at. So we should be expecting price to go to 99.96 level. That is where we might see a reversal candle that will want to go back to kiss this support resistance trend line, turning it to be a resistance level, now coming down to see price at 98.74, where we should also expect a pullback, which might go to 99.89, then go down to 97.62. So invariably, I would say that we should be expecting to be selling oil this coming week. We should be expecting to be selling oil this coming week, if price did not pull back to nullify this resistance trend line and break through 101.55. If price should not nullify these two, support and the trend line, then we should be expecting price to be getting to 97.65. Like I have said, to summarize the oil, like I said, from monthly, I told us that monthly is giving us a sign of a big sell coming up, okay? But we should be mindful of the fundamentals, that fundamentals can turn this to be a bullish candle under seconds. So we should be very careful. But if eventually, from what we are seeing, that price should come and close below this 99.92, then we should be expecting price to be heading down to this level, okay, 92.63 or even below it, okay. But for now, we should be very careful, because the fundamentals are the things ruling oil right now, because there's a lot of crisis. The crisis in Iraq is still there. The Syria crisis is still there. The Libyan oil that is pumping is just starting to pump, but anyhow, it's helping to reduce the price. But for now, we should be very careful. Then we went to weekly and we saw that we have a three magic touch forming. So we are expecting it to complete. If eventually it should break through 98.68, we should be expecting price to hit 95.773, where we will complete, where our three touch will complete, and then we will now wait and confirm either we are going to see a reversal candle, or we are going to see a breakout. So we should be very careful. Then we look at daily. When we look at daily, we'll see that the ABC candle, the ABC pattern, ABCD pattern has completed. It completed at the level of 127.2, neglecting the 161.8 level. Now started pulling back, and which now helped to form a trend line, a resistance trend line. Now we also saw that price has broken through support resistance level and clearly broken through it, having a pullback and then pulling down to break through 101.55 level, now heading down. And also remember, I told us about using 250 SMA, if we are using that, you see that price is still on the bullish side with these SMAs, because 50 is still above while 200 is below, and there's a cross. So invariably we might see possible of price touching 200, taking it to be a support and pull back. And remember that this is a reversal candle. Okay, remember that this is a reversal candle which has not done its work. So there's a possibility that if price should touch here, we might see a reversal candle here, having a swing here, then a reversal candle here, and then which will now pull back. So anything can happen. We should be very careful. Then we went to 4 hours, where 4 hours is now telling us that we should be very, very careful. Price breach two support resistance level. Okay, though has broken out through a key resistance, a key support area, which is 10155, and now bridging the support resistance of a down channel and also support resistance of an up channel, which is now making us to have a second thought that the possibility that the next candle that will open might want to pull back. But for us to confirm this, we need the candle to close below this. That means invariably where we should be expecting to sell is below 99.82 to take our profit down to 97.66. Okay, so we should be very careful. But whereby the candle now had to close above this, above 101.33, then we should expect price shooting back up. Okay, so we should be very careful. Thank you. Let's go now to gold. Now we are going to start from monthly on gold. Looking at gold, if you have been following my gold analysis since the beginning of this month, you will keep on seeing that I keep on hammering that we are still bullish. Okay, we are still bullish. And looking at the chart right now, I added this trend line today to show you that price has done something new. Price has done something new in the chart. Yes, people still believe that price is going to head down, and I'm not doubting that. I will really tell you the truth. Like from what we saw on the silver analysis, you see that I told us that there is a possibility that silver will fall. The same thing is happening to gold. And mind you that there's a possibility that gold will fall. I'm not saying, yes, I still remain at my prediction of this year that gold will hit 1415. And I've not seen anything that is saying no to that on this chart, because I was expecting that price would have failed at this level. Okay, I was expecting that price would fail at this level, but instead what I'm seeing is price heading more up. Though it has not, it's still possible to happen, but for now what we see is a bullish. It's bullish. And mind you that the head and shoulder is still there and still active, and this candle now is the candle that will confirm this head and shoulder. So invariably, being that the candle is the candle that is going to confirm this, and we are seeing it getting more bullish. And mind you that this is the neck of this head and shoulder, and look at where price is. If price should hit this head and neck, then for now it has not. Let's enlarge it so that we can see. You can see that price has not hit the neck. Okay, if price will eventually hit this neck and pull back, then we can say that there's a possibility that this reversal candle can be cancelled. Okay, we can say that there's a possibility that this reversal candle can be cancelled. Okay, so now, being that, looking at this now, there is not much thing to say about this. Look at the trend line. Okay, two shadows meet and form a trend line, and look at what it does. This last month, being June, breached the trend line, now opening opening, and first what price did was to come down, trying to kiss the trend line, but did not, and did not touch the trend line, but was just almost at a support, and then went back. Okay, it went back and now started going up. So invariably, there's a possibility, though the buyers here are not that strong. Okay, the buyers here are not that strong, but we know that this week is full of a lot of fundamentals, so anything can happen. It is full of enough fundamentals. Look at the euro now. Like as of last week, I posted things on my wall and also in the group that euro is coming back to the table. And you know what will happen there? When they start coming back to the table, what will happen? The investors will run back to gold, and invariably adding more strength to this. So it is only after Monday's speech by Draghi can be able to tell us what will happen if we are going to see euro coming back or seeing euro losing it. Okay? So right now, we are looking at this and seeing that there is no much thing to talk about here. It's only that we should wait and see what happens through the week. Though the price is already bullish, the candle is already showing us that it's bullish, but anything can happen because it hasn't really built up the bullish strength here. It's still faint. It still lacks momentum. But I believe that this week will give it momentum, either to give us a bearish move or to give us a spike to break through this neck and now going to 1390 level. Okay, so now let's go to weekly. Let me minimize this so that we can now go to weekly, because there's no much thing to say about here. One is breakout of trend line. Two is price heading to the neck of the head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder, which is invariably telling us that we should be expecting a spike up, and I'm expecting a big one. So we should be very careful. We should only be looking for a buy level or a sell level. But for now, from what I am seeing here, it is the buy level. Okay, so there is not much thing to say here. The resistance to watch out for is 1390 level, 1391.92 level. So if price should hit there, we should watch out for that, because that is a very key level. Okay, it's a very key level. So now we'll go to weekly so that we can see clearly. Now, if we go to weekly, you can see that we can equally say that market is ranging, because if you look at 1391.92 level and 1177.04, we will say that market is running in between them, because if you look at this is a swing up and market bridged it and returned back, and you see this market touched it at 3191 level, market touched it and returned back, and we could see that at this level now, sorry, there's a little mistake at this. We are supposed to have our red zone area here, which is 277 area. Okay, now it's correct. You can see that being that we have ranging inside here. Okay, now we are now looking at the key supports and resistance inside this ranging level. Remember, we have inverse head and shoulder, which is telling us that this is our neck. This is the neck of the price, okay, of the inverse head and shoulder. And now we could see that when price touched this, it came down, could not go further down, breached our red flag zone, and formed a reversal candle and pull back. And now that pullback that it gave is now what is breaking through the trend line, the resistant trend line, step down resistant trend line. As you can see now, you can see that that is a step down. See the main trend line there. Okay, now we have a step down trend line, okay, which now gave us the neck, which now price now gave us the neck in between the step down. So you can see this level is a very key level, 1391.92 level is a very key level to watch. So now we can equally see this swing here. is also a very important level to watch. If you watch that, price has been ranging at that level also, in between 131.72 and the low of this swing. Okay, the low of that swing at 132146. That means 1321 level has been also a very vital place to watch. And if you watch at this edge, you see that price is in between it, in between 1331 level and 1321 level. So you see that the price is in between it, just about some pips up. That is how about some pips up that makes it at 1344 level. You can see it's about 13 pips above it, closing above it. So you can see that this level is very, very vital. And also watch carefully. Let me enlarge. Watch carefully. These are reversal candles, which has not done its work. They have not done their work. So invariably, we shouldn't be expecting that price might not respect it. Price may respect it, and price may respect it by first touching this area at 1350 or 53 level, and now pull back down. But what I don't know right now, what I cannot say right now, is to say if price is going to break through this level. Because the only thing that can happen here now is we don't know what the fundamentals that are coming out is going to be like. Is there going to be a change in the way Fed has been going about killing dollars? Is there anything that's going to be an important news that the Feds are going to say that will make dollar to regain its strength? Because right now, the economy of US is getting better. The jobs is getting better. The consumer index is getting better. But dollar is losing strength. Due to what? People are expecting Fed to increase their rate, to change policy. But unfortunately, the Fed is saying that they want to pull out all their excessive cash which they flooding into the economy during the recession. So if they cannot, if they don't pull that out, they themselves are looking at it that they don't pull it out, it might affect any decision that they will take on the fiscal policy. So invariably, I believe that they will still be killing the dollars, and I'm expecting gold to shoot up, to break through this and get to this level. This is where I'm expecting gold to reverse, to come back to this level before it will now continue its up. Being that we already know that the Fed have said that the last 15 million quantitative easing money that they flood into the economy will be pulled out from the economy. The last 15 million will be by October. So invariably before October, that means they're not going to take any drastic decision. So invariably gold will still be rocking up. So we should be very careful. We should also listen and watch what the fundamentals are saying, so that we do not fall into this is what Justin said. Okay? Please, we should follow the fundamentals serially and read it and understand it. Because what I am only saying here is what I am saying technically. I don't know what fundamental holds. It's what the fundamental says that will now be able to say this. But mind you that this is our reversal candles which have not done their work. These reversal candles have not done their work. Possibility of price touching here and reversing back, maybe coming to this level or touching this level at this, touching this trend line at this level and then pulling back up. So we should be very careful. Though I'm expecting to see roughly about 700 or 1,000 pips in this gold, but we have to need to confirm it first. Okay. Now let's go down to daily in order to see what else is happening, so that we can see clearly. So as we can see now, there's a lot of things, a lot of lines here. We can see that this trend line now has been broken. Okay, this support trend line is pushing the price up. Okay, let's now delete the ones that have been broken, and now you can see that this swing here, which formed a lower high, now gave us a trend line, and you can see that price, this was what I was saying on Friday. People were like, not on Friday, on Thursday, people were like saying they are going to sell because they saw a reversal candle at this level, and now price confirmed and they say they will sell. Some were even saying that you sell, TP is at 1180. I don't know what people think. Do you think that magic can happen? Yes, magic can happen, but it's not yet time. It's not yet time. For now, you shouldn't be placing a trade that you are not sure of. You are supposed to confirm it before you place a trade. And what pains me is this, that many people would follow that signal and later they will come to me and start giving me message. What do I think about gold? What do I think about gold? Why everything you think about gold is there on your chart telling you what to do? You see a consolidation. Why should you be rushing to sell when there is no confirmation? If you want to sell this level at this, if you want to sell this, you want to sell gold at this level, you ought to wait for this breakout, for this level to break 1305.27. There is no rush in trading. I don't know where we are rushing to. Do you think that you can finish the money in FX? You cannot. You cannot finish the money in FX. So you need to relax. Have a soft drink by your side. When you don't see anything to trade, you relax. Play music. Do other things. Study. You can be studying the same time and trading. You study. Don't put yourself into panicking. And later you now come to message me, to give me message that you don't know what is that, what do I think about gold. Everything you need to think about gold is on the gold chart. Stop being on a hurry to make profit. If you are in a hurry to make profit, you will lose. But if you are gentle, humble, and patient, you will make your profit. It's even better you don't trade than you trade and you are panicking. So look at this now. Yes, anybody that sees this will say, this is a reversal candle. These are reversal candles. This here also formed a reversal candle and also formed a high low. A lower high, which gave a trend line, which will also tell you that you should get ready to sell. But you need to confirm it. And how do you confirm it? The break of the low, the lowest low. When the break of the lowest low breaks, that is when you have confirmed that this market is going down. But whereby it did not break, you should relax. Wait. Now we could see that this trend line happened. If we look at it carefully, look at it well, remove all these ones by yourself, and then look at it, you see that this is a trend line, a triangle. It formed a triangle, symmetric triangle, which now has broken. This step down trend line has broken. Okay? If you look at it clearly, you can see that that is a step. We have a lot of step downs here. There's something I want to correct here right now. Sorry, this is daily, right? Let's correct something here. Because I like. Okay, now you can see already. We can equally see. Sorry, let me correct. I really need to correct a lot of things here. Okay, now we have minimized this to the last, so we can see that what we have here is this trend line which is forming this trend line that's formed here, okay, which is these two lower highs. Okay, we extended it and look at where price respected it here. Okay, so now let's enlarge this and see what happens. Now you can see the price, you see what happened here. Price breached here, price had a swing here, and also you see that price now broke through here. So you could see that now this has really shown why these reversal candles did not work, because they are all dancing up above a resistant trend line. So there are some times you see a lot of things happening in the market. People will be making the wrong decision because they are not using the real tools to trade. They are not using the real tools to trade. Like I keep on saying, and I'll say it again, there is nothing like trend line, support and resistance, and candlesticks combined together to make a good trading system. I've not seen any trading system that has beaten these three tools. I can defend this to the last. I have not seen. That's why I keep on telling people to buy my video to learn how to make use of it. If you don't know how to make use of it, you cannot be making good decisions. And there is no platform or any trading system that doesn't respect trend line, support and resistance, and candlesticks. If you know any of them, please, you can email me. Email me at justdo.com, or you go to my Facebook and tell me the trading system that doesn't respect support and resistance. Even Elliott waves respect support and resistance and trend line. For you even to get a correct wave, you must use a trend line. So tell me which system you are going to use today that doesn't involve trend line, support and resistance, and candlesticks. So let's stop deceiving ourselves. If you really want to be making it in trading, you got to make use of trend line, support and resistance, and candlesticks. So going back to our analysis on daily, you could see that price failed here because it is above the trend line. Okay, I don't want to go back to this now for us to start looking at, not this, for us to start looking at the diagrams that I've drew here. You know, all these ABC patterns. You see ABC patterns. Even at this set, you can equally see that price equally respected it. If you look at this now, you see that this butterfly has completed and now is pushing up, and we are expecting price to get to this level before we can say the price will go down. So if we are expecting this, because this is our projection, this is our price projection, this ABC, because this is the high, you can see that price has broken the C, invariably is heading to A, and that is where we can now say if price should hit it, invariably the bulls are over for the meantime, but there's a possibility that price can continue. Okay, price can continue. So we should always have, you can equally see, like I was just saying, that there is no trading system that doesn't respect support and resistance. Look at this. This is a support, and look at what happened. Is where C is. This is a support. Is where B is. This is a support. Is where D is. This is a resistance. Is where A is. So tell me, if you go down to look down now, you see that X also is on a resistance or on a support. So tell me, which system are you using that doesn't respect support and resistance, except if you are trading options? That is the only place where you don't see anything happening. Okay, you don't see anything happening at that level. That's where you trade with time, and if for you to have a good projection in options, you also need to learn how to make use of support and resistance, because it is the support and resistance that can tell you that price can be here in 1 hour or 30 minutes. For you to be making good money in options, you need to use your chart. So tell me. So going back to our analysis, before I deviated, we could see that price has broken the resistance level, the resistance trend line, and also the other trend line that has formed after the main trend line has also been broken. So we are expecting price to come back to hit this trend line invariably, which may not happen or may happen. Then we will see price now heading up. So like I said last week, we are expecting price to hit 1350. Then with this now, we can say there's a possibility. Remember that we still have our head and shoulder, and we have our head and shoulder. So this head and shoulder now is what we are looking at. Okay, is what we are looking at. On this daily, you can see the neck of the head and shoulder here. This is the neck. Okay, that is the neck of head and shoulder. Okay, so if you are looking at this now, you see that we have this trend line has been broken and price is heading to the neck. So invariably we are expecting price to hit the neck this coming on Monday or within the week, next week. So we should be very careful, and if price should hit at that level, we should be expecting a pullback, because it's a normal thing that will happen. We are expecting a pullback that will come to this level, 3119 level. Okay, 3119 level, and then that is where we will see our reversal candle for the bullish that will break through this neck. So we should be very careful and be patient. So let's go to 4 hours. Now looking at 4 hours, we don't have much things to say here. If we are looking at 4 hours, we don't have much things to say. We only have few things to look at. We only have few things to look at. So now we are looking at, I'm kind of seeing something here. I'm seeing a cup, something like a cup that is forming here. Okay, I'm seeing something that is forming here. Okay, we are looking at this now. It's forming something that looks like a cup. If we minimize it well, we could see it's the possibility of a cup. This is a cup. So invariably, whenever price should hit this level, if price should hit this level, we might see a cup. Okay, and we know what cup means. If we should have a cup at this level, we should be very careful. Just like I gave a cup, I posted a signal in my group. I posted a chart on Euro drawing a cup, and that cup failed. Though it has not really finished failing as of now, as of presently, but I believe that it's going to fail because the Euro is going to die in this coming week, because I don't know what Draghi is going to say in order to save Euro right now. I believe that we should be expecting to sell Euro next week. We should be expecting to sell Euro. We should be on sale throughout next week, because the gravity of the things that are happening in Euro. Look at France. People are moving money. Look at Portugal. Issues everywhere. Look at Italy. Italy is having issues. So there's a lot of issue in the Euro countries, except London, where we say that their economy is growing with momentum. Apart from that, every other European country is having issues. So now, in this 4 hours, we could see that a lower high has formed here. So we'll draw our trend line. So now we are having a trend line there. I would like it to be blue. We are having a trend line at that level. Okay, remember I said we are having something that is looking like a cup that is coming up. It's looking like a cup. So this trend line now is what we should be expecting to watch. We should be expecting to watch. I'm expecting that if price should break through here, next place we are going to see price is at this level. After it must have gone through these levels, 153 and also 167 level. So if these two levels are broken, we will see price at this level. So we should be very careful. And also remember that we have also a resistance, a support trend line also, which is helping to push the price up. And now we have seen another support trend line inside it, which is called the step up trend line. Okay, and you can see how price has been following it. If we should enlarge this now, we could see that price has been following this and moving up, which means price has been forming a higher low, which is a signal to tell us that price is moving up. So if eventually that this price that is forming here now, we could see that, look at this level, 1331 level is a very key support, a very key support to watch, because price might want to come and test it and then give us a reversal candle that will now break through this level, this trend line, and also this resistance, which is a key resistance to also watch. Okay, so we should be expecting to buy at this level, at 1331.72 level. But for us to have that, we have to be very patient. Okay, we have to be very patient, because anything can happen. Remember that this is a step up. And the keep support to watch is 1331 level. So if price should hit at this level, touching the trend line, we should be expecting a reversal candle around this area, and then wait and confirm the reversal candle. Okay, but if price should eventually break through, then we should be expecting price to hit at this level or come down to this level. Now 1309 will be our buying level. Okay, will be our buying level. But where price now breaks through it, that means we should be seeing price at this level, 1285 or 1277. But for now, we know that the bulls are still here. So we should be very careful. That is all for now. We could see that we've done 3 trades, and to conclude this our gold, we could say that this week we should be expecting price. We should be expecting price to do a lot of things this week. Like in gold, our target in gold this week should be that we should first confirm the break of 13. No, we should first look at 4 hours and see what happens when the market opens. If market should open and come down to this level and forms a reversal candle at 1331.72, we should be expecting to buy at that level. And when we buy, our TP should be at 1345 level or 1350. Okay, then remember that at 1350 we will be looking at price touching the neck of the inverse head and shoulder. And remember what I said, that price might want to respect that neck and pull back before it will now start getting the momentum to break through the neck. And if price should break through the neck, that means price has broken through 1345 and 13550. Okay, 1350, which will now take price to either 1362 or 1383 level. So we should be very careful. Okay, we should be very careful. Patience is the key. And also, I would like to use this medium to tell you that if you really want to learn how to trade, please, it is wise for you to get my video.
It's not like as if I'm begging you to buy it, but I am saying it because I spent out time to bring out the things that most videos you see on YouTube don't have. Most of them don't have it. And I bet you, if you go through my videos and really write down all the things I say about trend lines, support and resistance, and candlesticks, I bet you, if you follow them, you will be surprised how you will be making your greens in you will be making your pips in FX. You will look at FX and see that FX is so easy. So I pray that God should bless us with this analysis, and that He should open our eyes to see and to know when to enter a good trade and to know when to enter a confirmed trade, and we should be making our profit in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking my advice. Thank you.